Almost live from the Enchanted Trivia Room, it's the Theme Park Trivia Show! With Disco Yeti and the Mineral Kings! And here's your host, Ryan Ritchie! Well, Congaloosh Explorers, thank you for joining us. How about another hand for Disco Yeti and the Mineral Kings? Very good. Well, you're not the first to watch this show, nor shall you be the last. We have a very special episode today. It's our EPCOT 40th anniversary special. And to help us celebrate, we've brought back two fan favorites from the Progress City Radio Hour and ProgressCityUSA.com. It's the Crawford brothers, Jeff and Michael.
Hello, everybody.
You are the first two-time visitors here at the show, so that's exciting.
Oh, well, I feel very fancy. Very fancy indeed.
And when we decided to, do a show on EPCOT, I thought you guys were perfect to come back for it. So I guess we should get right to it.
I was wearing an EPCOT 25 shirt yesterday, and that was 15 years ago.
I couldn't believe it. I just had my EPCOT 25 pin out, which, by the way, Jeff, I think we've already mentioned more merchandise than they have this year. So that's interesting. We're going to start our game as we would start a day in the park, of course, with a rope drop question. So let's make believe we're a tiny little seed and get this game started. Michael, you still try to get your hand stamped when you leave EPCOT for the day, so we're going to let you answer first.
All right. Yeah, I do.
You've heard this number several times on a certain boat ride. You both have heard this number, so here we go. Michael, how many tons of fruits and vegetables are grown at the Land Pavilion each year and served throughout the Walt Disney World Resort?
Oh, man. I don't know. This is going to shame me with the land community for years to come, but I don't know. And I've got this guy right here, and he should tell me, but he's not.
Well, take a shot because it's going to be the closest. Whoever gets closest to the right answer gets control of the board.
Oh, gotcha. I'll say 50 tons.
50 tons. 50. Jeff?
I keep wanting to say 47. That's really close to 50. So I'll say 47. I'll say 47.
47. The correct answer is 30 tons. So that was a good move on your part, Jeff.
Well, I'm savvy.
You're a savvy shopper. Yeah.
Okay, that means that Jeff has control. So like a grand and miraculous spaceship, we're going to make our way through 6 categories today. And they are, It's Fun to Be Free, Dialogue Alley, Horizons, World Key Information, Magical Math, and Imagination Left in the World. So Jeff, where are we headed first?
I'm scared to do Horizons because my brother, so I'll do Dialogue Alley.
Dialogue Alley. This is the extinct edition of Dialogue Alley. So these are all going to be lines of dialogue from EPCOT attractions that are no longer with us. Jeff, we'll start off nice and easy. Disappear, disappear, back, over the falls.
That would be Sea Venture. I'm sorry, the Maelstrom.
That should have been the plussing question. What was the original name? You are correct. Maelstrom is correct. Now, this is an interesting one. This is yours, Jeff. Hold her steady, Grandpa, or I'll blow your head off.
I feel like it's somewhere in World of Motion. Could it be a post-show attraction?
It could be, but it is not in this case.
Not. Okay, well, I guess World of Motion is my answer then.
Michael, I'm not gonna roll just yet on your answer, Jeff. Michael, do you have anything to add to Jeff's description?
No, I don't. This
All right, well, we're going to give it to Jeff then. That was the train robbery scene in World of Motion. The guy's holding the gun at Grandpa, and he's going to blow his
That
head
was
off.
my guess. But my first guess was going to be the water engine because it seemed like something that should happen in that show.
I thought it was a cutscene from the Carousel of Progress that they dare not.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so we will go to, let's stay with Jeff for this one. It's out there, everywhere, much of the time pouring down on us like an endless rain.
Universe of Energy.
Universe of Energy is correct, and that, of course, is referring to sunlight and the possibility that solar power could become feasible in the next century, according to EPCOT. So,
however, buy our gas while you still can.
Yeah.
Until then, the issues are very complex. You have to understand, Jeff. I think is what
there's a rock that burns. It burns.
All right, here we go to number 4. Try to imagine, just for a moment, that somewhere in the endless reaches of the universe, on the outer edge of a galaxy of 100,000 million suns, deep within a cluster of slowly forming planets, a small sphere of just the right size lies just the right distance from its mother's star, cooling in the coldness of space. Try to imagine.
It's just so beautiful. So beautiful. These two are very related. I mean, the drama of these past two are very similar, but The Living Seas.
We're going to need, this is an anniversary show, and you guys are experts on everything EPCOT. No pressure. We're going to need you to be a little more specific, Jeff.
Oh, sure. It's the pre-show movie about the deluge.
The deluge. The second pre-show. We'll take it.
I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. The first pre-show is very important. They've got the little circuits flickering.
You know, I was looking at a script for that, and I didn't realize that apparently at some point they did have an option and said that you could skip the one theater. Did you know that and go right to the hydrolators?
They did that like in the latter years, like in the very.
I remember them
years.
doing that. Yeah, they tried to Norway that too.
Yeah, they blew out a wall and let people like cut ahead. But what kind of loser would want to miss the deluge? Come on, people.
Amen. Yeah. All right, last one, Jeff. Let's see if Jeff can run the category here. I'm not going to sing. We'd like to thank you all for listening to us. We hope you understand good nutrition's a must.
Now this has gotten in my head, but I am going to say Kitchen Cabaret.
Who is it, Jeff?
Oh, Bonnie Appetit.
Bonnie Appetit is correct.
Very At the last second, I was like, was that Food Rocks, though? But it's not.
It doesn't really exist for our purposes. No, Food Rocks was fine. I was okay with it.
Always read the wrapper.
No.
Okay, well, let's see. We've got 50 points for Jeff. Michael is not on the board just yet, but I think that's about to change. Michael, let's let you pick our next category. Your choices are It's Fun to Be Free, Horizons, World Key Information, Magical Math, or Imagination Left in the World. Where are we headed?
I'm going to go for World Key Information to just throw everybody off.
World Key Information it is. These are questions from all around the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. A grab bag, if you will. Michael, name for us 2 EPCOT attractions featuring Martin Short.
Well, there was The Making of Me,
yes,
at The Wonders of Life, RIP, and there was O Canada in Circle Vision 360.
That's correct. You are on the board. Michael, who narrated World of Motion?
Oh, Gary Owens, the great Gary Owens.
Of Laugh-In fame and just a long career as an announcer.
Let's say the great Gary Owens.
Who was the second Spaceship Earth narrator?
Another great one, the Walter Cronkite.
That is correct. And it is time for a plussing question.
Ooh.
Let's get ready. Now, for new viewers, Michael can keep his 10 points, or he can risk them and try to earn 20 points by answering a more difficult question related to the one he just answered. Sorry for the legalese. Michael, what do you want to do here?
Oh, let's go for it. YOLO,
You're
man.
gonna go for it?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if you guys can get every question right today. There is a possibility that could happen.
Don't put that on me, man.
No pressure. All right, your plussing question: who wrote or was part of writing the original script for Spaceship Earth? What author?
Ray Bradbury.
Ray Bradbury is correct. Excellent. He was a big part of the EPCOT. I learned from your podcast what a cheerleader he was for EPCOT in general.
Yeah.
Very enthusiastic.
Very, very enthusiastic and a little tipsy, but he was really into it.
Whatever it took, man.
That's right.
Okay, number 4, Michael. What EPCOT quick serve restaurant was designed by Imagineer Rolly Crump?
Oh, the Electric Umbrella.
The Electric Umbrella is correct. And would you believe you have stumbled across another plussing question? Would you like to try your hand at an Electric Umbrella related question?
I'm just gonna go for it, man. Just let me have it.
Michael, who was so taken by the name of the Electric Umbrella that they thought it should be the name of an entire pavilion?
That sounds like a Michael Eisner thing. I'm gonna say Michael Eisner.
Sounds like a Michael Eisner thing, and it is a Michael Eisner thing. Hello.
Of course it is. Hello. This
Hello.
is my Electric Umbrella.
The umbrella is a sideways Ferris wheel.
Yeah. When you spin
Hi,
it,
Mickey.
it looks like a Ferris wheel.
Very good. Now, Michael, this one, we try not to stray into opinion, of course, but I think this one is fact and not an opinion. Michael, what is the best gift shop to ever exist?
Oh, that would be the Centaurium.
Jeff, you concur, correct?
Absolutely.
Right there in the heart of it all.
Absolutely. That second floor, I still remember going up to the second floor of the Centaurium. That's where the good stuff was.
Yeah.
Get you some EPCOT tennis balls, whatever you need.
All the sciencey stuff, the little levitating spinners and the balls, the cradle thing with the balls.
Little
taking me back.
Little solar cell that would spin a thing when you put it in the sun. All that
Right.
good stuff. Yeah.
Those were the days. Who would have thought we would get nostalgic tonight? Most people.
It's so odd. Yeah.
Yeah. Not prone to that at all.
So at the end of 2 categories, we have Michael with 70 points, Jeff with 50 points. And we're moving on. And Jeff, you will be picking our next category. Your choices are It's Fun to Be Free, Horizons, Magical Math, Imagination Left in the World.
Okay, I'm going to go with It's Fun to Be Free.
These are all current or former no additional cost activities at EPCOT. See, they're free and they're fun. So it's fun to be free. See what I did there?
Okay.
It is.
Okay. We'll warm up. Jeff, where can people find a free soft drink at EPCOT?
Oh, that would be Club Cool.
Club Cool. And do you have a favorite?
Oh, gosh. I have a least favorite. I don't know. I haven't been in it so long. It was closed. No, I don't have a favorite. Do you all have a favorite?
There's a watermelon one that was like from China or something that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an orange one that I always enjoy that I can't think of the name of.
You know, my real answer is the snow was my favorite because that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
To go into.
Yeah. So
R.I.P.
for those of you who didn't go to the original Club Cool, I just don't know how to explain to you it was cold going in. It was a whole thing.
Literally. It's one of my favorite things ever with the snow. I mean, fake snow in Florida. Come on. Fake real snow.
It's best.
It opened in 1998, by the way. I would have thought it went back further than that, but that was...
I would too. That is wild.
More about that coming up in the next episode of our podcast, by the way. Get in a plug for that. There's the hidden backstory of how Club Cool came to be in our interview with Peggy Ferris. So tune in.
If you haven't checked it out yet, is it going to be 2 parts, or is there a 3rd part with Peggy?
Just 2 for now.
2 parts. Okay, so if you head over to the Progress City Radio Hour, part 1 is already posted, and it's a delightful listen. And if you're not familiar with Peggy Ferris, she had a 50-year career at Disney, and what's interesting, and you guys touched on this, is the fact that she worked through so many different eras and worked in so many different parts of the company. Really a fascinating career. So check that out. Look for the podcast or head to progresscityusa.com. They can get to the podcast from there too, right?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Here we have Jeff is still in control. Jeff, what free activity was added to make the trek around World Showcase more engaging for kids?
Oh, that would be EPCOT.
Absolutely. And what does one do with EPCOT?
Well, that's a good question. You can make some little masks for your face and color them in. Do your passport stamp, which we did last time our kids were there.
Get a little Duffy face on a stick.
Yeah.
That Duffy's going to happen. Keep it up, Disney. It's going to happen. Here in the U.S. someday, Duffy will take over.
Oh, and the Friends. Don't forget the Friends.
And the Friends, yes. All right, let's stay on that side of EPCOT for a moment. We're over in World Showcase. What interactive game was added to World Showcase in 2012?
Well, Phineas and Ferb, is that the thing? Oh, yeah.
Where can you email a picture of yourself on an attraction?
Hey, well, that would be Spaceship Earth. We were talking about how the other day, we're probably going to be talking about this soon, how there was a great interventions area where you could email a email card to yourself, and it was very ahead of its time. It was, green screen technology being used. You could do all kinds of crazy stuff.
I remember there was a section there after Imagination where you could put your face on a monkey, and it was delightful in the early aughts, the early 2000s. Put your face on a monkey and then email it to someone.
That's what everybody wanted to do.
Put your face on a monkey.
Okay, moving on with It's Fun to Be Free. Jeff, where could guests previously stand in front of a blue screen and be inserted into different genres of movies?
In EPCOT.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Journey into Imagination.
After it.
In ImageWorks.
In the ImageWorks. And here comes the plussing question. You want to go for it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So there were video segments that played in ImageWorks when you were joining into these movies, and it was Dreamfinder who would explain the blue screen technology. Who played Dreamfinder in those video segments?
That would be Joe Rohde.
Imagineer Joe Rohde. There's a look at him doing it right there. Yeah, there he is.
And it is incredible. He's got a great take on Dreamfinder.
Yeah, he does. He's excited.
I got really distracted when you mid-question just thinking about where you could do that at Pleasure Island and get yourself in the blue screen at Pleasure Island, and I just started daydreaming about that during the day at Pleasure Island. Those were the days, man. Just get in front of a blue screen, make your
Yeah.
content.
Somewhere, of course, once upon a time, I did the magazine cover at the front of MGM.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Very
Too.
nice.
They had the booth where you could cut a music video. That was good times.
Yeah. That does it for It's Fun to Be Free. We're going to go back to Michael. Horizons, magical math, or imagination left in the world? Where do you want to go?
Oh, I'm going to tear off the seal and go for Horizons.
It had to be done.
right.
Had to be done.
Michael is going for Horizons. Of course, as those of you who have watched the show before know, every episode has at least a question about Horizons. And here we go with the Horizons category. Let's see how this goes. Oh, there it is. Let's see how this goes.
Look at that.
Okay.
Just like being
Oh, no, there's a sinkhole.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no, no.
No!
It pains me.
It wasn't an urban legend after all.
Yeah, it turned out to be true. So we don't have any Horizons questions because it's in the sinkhole. Michael, that means you lose control.
Oh, that was...
This happened to me last time. This happened to me last time. They baited you, man.
I should have known. It was too sweet. It was too good to be true.
It was right there. It was right there, the honeypot. Okay, that leaves magical math and imagination left in the world. Jeff, where would you like to go?
I gotta go. Imagination left in the world. I'm scared of magical math.
Walt Disney famously said about Disneyland that it'll never be completed as long as there's imagination left in the world. He said something similar about EPCOT. We think the same thing about EPCOT. So we're going to look at some key attraction openings and closings. Okay? So Jeff, you need. We're going to ask you to put these pavilions in the order they opened, starting with the earliest. So take a look at these.
Okay.
Put those in order, starting with the earliest.
Okay. Journey into Imagination, Horizons, The Living Seas, and Wonders of Life.
Journey into Imagination opened March 1983. Horizons opened October 1983. Living Seas joined World Showcase in January of 86. And Wonders of Life opened in October of 89. Very well done.
It's always funny to me to think that when Living Seas opened, we thought that like EPCOT had been around forever and it was like a brand new thing, but it had only been open like less than 4 years.
Yeah, really.
And then you have the Wonders of Life, which, as you know, started off in the mid-70s, 76, 77,
Right.
with planning and all that. So it took so long to open. Michael, so here's your take on this. This is a little more difficult. This is the orange level question. Put these pavilions in the order they closed, starting with the earliest. And we have Wonders of Life, Horizons, Rio del Tiempo, and World of Motion.
The World of Motion was first, then Horizons. I'm going to say then Wonders of Life, then Rio del Tiempo.
Okay, well, someone is shaking their head yes. I have lost my card.
By a day, Michael.
That is
By
banana.
a day.
We had World of Motion in January of 1996, closed. Horizons kind of closed a few times, but officially January of 99. And then Wonders of Life, January 1st, 2007. This was the tricky one because Rio del Tiempo was January 2nd. Thought that would trip you up.
That's amazing.
That is tricky. Tricky.
He cannot be stopped. All right.
Mm-mm.
Neither one of them can. They're like, I would say kite tails, but we know that's not true. So.
That Horizons closing was like the anti Mr. Toad though, because it was like for like 3 years you're like, well, we better go ride it. It's gonna be the last time we're gonna ride Horizons, and then it's still like be hanging on and be like, this time's definitely gonna be the last time we ride Horizons for sure. It would still be there.
And I was my favorite attraction, and I wasn't really paying attention at that time with what was going on, and and so I just went there, and it wasn't open anymore, and it was when they'd started the demolition, and I just kind of, what's going on? What happened to Horizons? So
I can't remember why I didn't go for if I didn't know if they didn't announce it was closing, what was going on, because it seems like something I would have.
I don't think they announced it.
Like, I drove down for Toad, and I would have definitely driven down for Horizons, but
Because it was seasonal, right? It became seasonal before they closed
yeah,
it, I think.
yeah.
it became seasonal, and then at the very end, they did this weird thing where it was open for the press. And so the assumption was that that was to show they were reopening it,
Oh yeah.
for what was to come. And they didn't. Yeah, I suspect that was one of those things where one of the Imagineers was trying to build some press around it staying, thinking you could will it
Right.
into them not getting rid of it. So that's what
that
that's
could
my
have been.
suspicion. But so let's go to Michael to pick our next category. We have magical math, and it looks like that's it. Which one are you gonna go with, Michael?
It's got to be the magical math. Got to be.
So magical math, these are math-related questions where you need to use different numbers from around EPCOT to figure out the answer. Here we go. Michael, the number of rides in World Showcase on opening day plus the number of rides in World Showcase today.
This requires me to count, which is, so that would be. So in there today, are you counting the one that was there also on opening day?
Because it has a different name, we're going to
Yeah,
count that
all right.
again. Yes.
So that would be 4. 4?
Michael says 4. 4 is correct. We have Rio del Tiempo at opening, and then Ratatouille, Frozen, and Grand Fiesta Tour. Michael, the number of Spaceship Earth narrators to date plus the number of endings to Horizons.
7.
7 is correct. You had the first narrator. There's some debate as to who that was. I believe there's still some debate as to whether that was Vic Perrin or
it's Vic Perrin. I think it's been determined.
Vic Perrin, Walter Cronkite, Jeremy Irons, and Judi Dench. And Horizons had 3 endings: space, sea, and desert. Favorite ending to Horizons, Michael?
Space was always what I picked.
Jeff?
That was also what I picked, but I also loved sea. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like I needed to do space. Like I wanted to do desert, but I didn't want to miss space.
I hate that I missed desert because I feel like desert is the coolest now.
Yeah. It's weird because desert seems like it lasts longer, which when you watch them, which it didn't,
Right.
but it feels like there's more to it, which weirdly.
I still can't wrap my head around. I've listened to explanations. I've seen diagrams. I can't wrap my head around how that whole thing worked at the end, pre-digital media servers and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
it was pretty
crazy.
wacky, yeah.
Sweet laser.
Taking a look at our scores, we have Michael with 100 points, Jeff with 120. Michael, the number of opening day Future World pavilions. Opening day Future World pavilions. Times, we're really pressing your math skills, times the number of communicores. Named communicores.
Right. So for Future World opening day, I'm going to count Imagination. The ride wasn't open, but the pavilion was. So that's a kind of.
I don't. And judges are saying you'd be advised not to count that.
Not to count Imagination. All right. So.
It was activated that day, though.
I'm going to say 10. 10 is the answer.
Well, take me through how you got there.
All right. So I got Spaceship Earth. I'm counting Communicore. Energy, motion. If you say no imagination, and then the land. So that's 5, right? Times 2 Communicores is 10.
You know, we did not count the Communicore as its own pavilion,
Aha.
but people like a good story, so we're going to give it to you.
All right.
Put that in your synergy machine.
You know, the story that we tell each other about Communicore was it was a pavilion on opening day. That's a story we have told ourselves around the campfire for years.
For generations. For generations.
Yes.
Okay. Which is greater, Michael? The ride capacity of all 3 Soarin' theaters or the American Adventure Theater? What would hold more people for one show?
That is a really good question. I'm going to say American Adventure.
American Adventure clocks in at 1,024 seats. The 3 Soarin' theaters, this is surprising, only 261 total.
Jeez.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised.
87 in each theater. That's 10, a row of 10, 10, and 8. I don't have to do the math. I just read the questions.
Those hang gliders, man, they're bulky.
They they are indeed bulky. Okay, we're down already to our last regular question of the game. We are tied 120 to 120. And every question, if you're just joining us, every question has been answered correctly. The current number, Michael, the current number of World Showcase countries, plus the number of people in this game that prefer Mission Space to Horizons.
Well, that would be 11.
I am pretty confident in saying that is 11 countries. And of course, we knew Horizons would come up multiple times today. So yes, 11 countries. Mission Space, it's fine. If it didn't replace a beloved attraction, it's fine.
Yeah.
I think we've said enough about Mission Space.
I have no notes for Mission Space, I guess. In a different kind of no notes. Nothing to say.
No notes. HP got their money's worth there with.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. And it worked out great for them.
Yep.
That brings us to our key to the kingdom question. So we have Michael with 130 points, Jeff with 120 points. You'll have to write down how many points you want to wager in today's category. And today's category is attraction reactions. Attraction reactions. So think about how many points you want to wager. All right. Now things really get rolling. Here comes our question. Composer Jerry Goldsmith was said to be in tears after his first ride on what EPCOT attraction? Composer, go ahead and write down your answer. Composer Jerry Goldsmith was said to be in tears after his first ride on what EPCOT attraction? While they think about that, and it won't take them long, I want to remind everyone to please subscribe and tell a friend about the show if you haven't already. And you have another friend, go tell them too. I think that's a great idea. All right, gentlemen, looks like you're both locked in, as we say in the biz. Jeff, will come to you first. Your answer, what ride composer Jerry Goldsmith was said to be in tears after his first ride on what EPCOT attraction? Your answer, please. Soren is correct. You wagered all 120 points, giving you 240 points. We come to Michael. Michael, let's see your answer, please. Soren is correct. 120. Wow, so that means 250 to 240.
Oh!
Michael is our winner.
Squeaked it out, man.
Still older than me! Still older than me!
And I always will.
So I want to thank both of you for joining us. Congratulations again, Michael. So my thanks again to Jeff and Michael Crawford from ProgressCityUSA.com and the Progress City Radio Hour podcast. Check them out, and you're going to check them out at a great time because they've got that great Peggy Ferris interview. Well worth your time. it's a good entry point for the show. The town halls are always fun. So excellent. Thanks again, guys. Thank you, Disco Yeti and the Mineral Kings. And of course, thank you for watching. And until next time, remember everyone, now is the time. Now is the best time. So long, everybody. Thanks for watching the show. Please like this video and subscribe so we can keep making it. See you next time.